right here on OpenSpacesSports.com, where live video streaming, it's what we do. Your video broadcast starts now.
Hello and welcome, all you Open Spaces sports fans, as we get ready for playoff basketball here in the Doghouse. That's right, Clint Cox alongside Drew Skimper here tonight for your Northern Valley broadcast. But alongside that, we have jumped on and we are bringing basketball to you, as well as the Dighton YouTube feed is going to bring through the audio. And hopefully we're going to clean that up because it's kind of dirty in my ear at the moment. But we'll be bringing you tonight's broadcast here from the Valley, as I know it's probably a 2.5-hour drive or so for the Dighton families to make it all the way up here into the Valley to watch this one. But tonight we'll have the 6 versus the 11 in the sub-state finals, which is Northern Valley comes in as a 6 at a 10-11 record versus Dighton at a 4-16 record. Now, Drew, I'm going to bring you into the broadcast here. Warming up, it did not look like these two teams are too far apart.
No. Whoop. I don't have nothing. I don't have anything.
These two teams aren't too far apart, are they, Drew?
I have in your audio.
Well, apparently we got a little bit of technical issues. Why don't we kick it to sponsors, and we'll be back with your starting lineups and a little more pregame after these messages. Thanks for watching us here at Open Spaces Sports.
The rural lifestyle is the right thing that you can live. The land isn't just made for working, but for experiences too. Generation after generation. Farm Credit of Western Tennessee is mission-driven, owned by producers who serve. We want destination missions. For their success and achievements, we strive to not just be another agricultural lender, but a smart player. And we'll continue to do so, just as we have for more than 100 years.
You appreciate it when people listen to you. You like it when they understand. We understand, and we think we have something you're going to like. My name is Brandy Archer. I'm part of the First National Bank of Trustee. Part around home, around your family, at your job, and you deserve some perks. Benefits like shopping and travel discounts, protection on your cell phone, roadside assistance. Perks. Today, go to agbank.bank, take a look at the brand new Perks checking account, and all the special benefits perfect for someone like you. Reduce risk, save money. Get your own Perks checking account. Know that today and every day, First National Bank and Trust is here for you.
I got you now, Amelia.
You do?
Yep.
Looking for friendly hometown service? Stop by Almena Lumber and Supply and Home Oil at 600 Main Street in Almena, Kansas. They've got you covered with gas, fuel delivery, tire repair, and if you're craving a candy bar or a cold pop, you'll find it right in sight. For over 20 years, Tracy and Nikki Stutzman have been proud to serve the community and want to say thank you for your business. The next time you're in Almena, remember to fill up your tank, grab a treated home oil company, where service still comes with a smile. Got insurance? From every healthcare to life unexpected moments.
we think we might have gotten some of our technical difficulties out of the way. Maybe not all of them, but we'll get there through this broadcast. We're going to bring on Drew Skipper with a minute to go here before we get to the start time. We talked about how these two teams were eerie similar, even though the record is kind of tight. The Dighton Hornets are reloading from last year. Of course, if you're a Hornets fan, you know this. 5 of the top 8 from last season off to graduation, and this team had to rebuild itself from within and tried to figure that out, battling injuries throughout the year to try and get to this position. But once you know that playoffs are here, you can throw the records out the window because everybody on that sideline knows you got to get it done tonight or you're done.
Yep, certainly. Nobody's going to be pulling any punches on either side.
Welcome to this beautiful
Playoff, it's do or die.
wintry day.
So as we get ready for the Star Spangled Banner, we invite you to honor our nation's flag with us as we get ready for basketball here in the Valley.
The national anthem.
As the junior high band for Northern Valley, led by Cindy Mordecai, gets us started for our tonight's matchup on the boys' side and boys' side only. As we did freeze, huh? Hopefully we'll get all the technical issues out of the way before pregame is over, right, Drew?
Yeah, we're doing our best up here. It's the broadcast equipment knows it's a Monday.
That's right. From as far back as I can remember, I don't know that the Dighton Hornets have ever made it all the way this far north to play here in Almena. I could be wrong, but this could be the first matchup here. The sub-states got us kind of going every which direction this year. Dighton versus Northern Valley, set to be a wonderful matchup. We're going to the starting lineups right now.
And now your starting lineup.
For the Dighton Hornet,
Tonight, standing at 5'11".
a 5'11" junior, Shane Redburn. He averages just short of 10 a night. Northern Valley's top dog is
6'1".
Gavin Tolheim. I anticipate a flamethrower night from Gavin. Leads the Northern Valley in most categories. Almost 20 points a game. A 6'3" junior for the Dighton Hornets, Connor Wilson. Northern Valley. We'll go with a 5'9" sophomore, Kate Tolheim. The Hornets will go with a 5'11" senior, number 11, Austin Bradford. Northern Valley go with a 6'3" sophomore, number 12, Zane Brown. The Hornets will counter with a sophomore, number 12, Wrangler Price. A 6'2" senior for Northern Valley, a menace on the boards, Owen Hammond. And the big man for Dighton, coming off injury, a 6'4" junior, number 14, Charlie Vogel. Vogel averages 15 points a night. Northern Valley will go with a 5'9" shooting guard, number 24, Lucas Hansen, rounds out the starting lineup for head coach Ross Cole. And Bailey sides by his side. Dighton Hornets head man is Tyler Ling, and Wyatt Hedderberg, as these two teams are getting ready to match up. And you can feel the intensity in this gym a little bit to jump up, can't you, Drew?
Yep, you can tell it's playoff basketball in the Valley.
Everybody loves a little playoffs. Vogel and Hammond in the center circle, waiting on the official's whistle. Thumbs up all the way around by the guys in stripes, and we are ready to play basketball. There's the whistle, there's the toss, won by Dighton, and they will get the first possession. This is Bradford against the Northern Valley 1-3-1 zone to start. Talk to head coach Ross Cole. He's going to show a little bit of both. Going to show a little zone, going to show a little man-to-man. Northern Valley one and done. Hammond pushes it. Gavin asking for that basketball inside to O, and they go. Got away with one. Now the ball loose on the floor, and their first turnover as a steal is coming out of there by Sean Redburn. Now an errant pass will go all the way into the Dighton bench, and Northern Valley will get it back. A little bit of jitters coming to start, right, Drew?
Yep, both teams starting off with a turnover there on their first possession. Well, Northern Valley on Dighton on their second possession, but both teams yet to get on the board, kind of trying to get into the flow of the game.
Dighton is in a man-to-man against the Northern Valley offense of a 5-out movement offense now, as all 5 players located outside that three-point line. Hansen moves it into the corner for Hammond. Thought about it, now we'll try and get inside. A couple dribbles towards the rim, and a foul will go against Dighton as a very aggressive play there by Hammond.
Yep, he put his head down in the lane, and he was ready to go up strong. He gets rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Hammond leaves it short on the first one. Hammond connects on the second, and somebody is on the scoreboard as Northern Valley leads 1-0 as they fall back into that 1-3-1. High post action it goes. They're trying to get to Vogel underneath. He gets a shot away off balance, and another rebound cleared by Hammond, and they'll push the pace with Gavin. Quickly onto the interior. Tough pass. Not a lot of room for that one. It's another turnover.
Yep, Northern Valley trying to push the pace, get some easy buckets in transition. Just got a little ahead of themselves there.
Dighton looking to get a good shot up. They haven't, and here it is. The three-pointer away by Price. Connects from deep as he makes the three-pointer, and I didn't even have my three-point cash register.
Hammond's middle of the lane jumper. A little bit off the mark there. Bradford connects the rebound. Just rattles out for him.
As Northern Valley, Hammond will push now back to Tate. His job is to get right there into the teeth of the defense. Kick back out, Hansen's three-pointer on the way, and Lucas Hansen answers the bell. As Northern Valley has up to a 4-3 lead.
Price tries another, little long on that one. Gavin collects it and pushes the pace. Nice pass ahead to Zane Brown. Misses the first, gets it in rebound, misses the second.
He's just got to take his time there.
Yep, got a little ahead of himself there. But a good look for the Huskies, so they'll want to keep trying to take advantage of the transition game.
They get it inside to Vogel, and that is way too easy for the big man who leads them in scoring. Gets on the board tonight for his first 2 points, as there's nothing Northern Valley can do when he gets that deep. Three-pointer by Gavin. Time! Gavin averages 3, 4, 5 three-pointers a night. I don't know. It feels like he makes them all.
Certainly. Every time he shoots it, it feels like it's going in. Northern Valley starting this game pretty hot from outside. Gavin collects another rebound. Northern Valley pushing again. Gavin will fire another one. Why not? A little short. Zane Brown collects the rebound. Back to Gavin up top. Thought about it. Zane Brown trying to get it into Hammond. Now they do.
Hammond has it knocked away by Price on a steal. Vogel get back to Price, and into the corner it goes. This one's no good, and Hammond has a rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball. Northern Valley owns the arrow. They get the ball back. Once again, you're catching us live here on a couple different places as Northern Valley is normally on Open Spaces Sports each and every night. We're going to be simulcasted here tonight with the YouTube video from Dighton. So if you're thinking, man, these guys are Husky homers, well, we kind of are, but we're glad to bring you the game here tonight as well. Bradford, for three is going to be off the mark, but an offensive board by Vogel will stick it in.
Vogel really going to work on that block, both on offensive rebounds and on post-ups, and the Hornets doing a good job getting them touches. Hammond will fire another three, a little long on that one. Redburn with the rebound, he'll push ahead. Northern Valley going to have to try to do a better job keeping Vogel from getting such good position there on the block.
That's what Northern Valley was concerned about. Head coach Ross Cole coming into this one is, could they keep him off the block? And now a foul on the defensive, offensive rebounding position is going to go against Wrangler Price, the 5'10 sophomore, as Gavin Tallheim had perfect position.
Yep, Price trying to be aggressive and get another chance for the Hornets there, but just a little bit too aggressive there. Sometimes you got to know.
His first foul, second foul against Dighton as a team. They'll flip it into Zane Brown, who has it blocked by Vogel at the point of attack. And it feels like the referees are going to let them play here tonight, so these teams are going to have to maybe increase their physicality a little bit and understand that they're going to let them play. And a foul is going to go against Northern Valley as Vogel connects on his third straight possession where they can just continue to feed him the basketball. Three-point play coming. The foul goes against Gavin Tallheim. Off the mark it goes, and it will be Northern Valley's basketball as it was off a Dighton Hornet last. And a timeout on the floor is a 30-second timeout by head coach Ross Cole. We'll take it with him. You're watching Open Spaces Sports.
Is bringing a taste of the Far East right here to the Midwest. They're a family-run operation located in Alameda, Kansas that specializes in Wagyu. Whether you want jerky for a snack or a steak for supper, or maybe you just want to fill your freezer full, they are here to serve you. From pasture to plate, they'll help you all the way. Call 785-650-3679. That's Chance McKinney of Northwest Kansas Cattle Company.
At Pipestone, they proudly manage sow farms for independent farmers in the Norton and Phillip County areas. And their Pipestone Cares program, Pipestone partners with farm owners to give back, strengthening their local communities together. They're honored to work with More Power, Four Corners, and Country Sow Farms, all serving the Norton area. And they're especially proud to support the Northern Valley schools, both in the classroom and on the playing field. Pipestone, helping farmers today create farms for tomorrow.
Back into basketball as Northern Valley's made their first substitution as Griffin McKinney, the big man for Northern Valley, now into this contest. Had a couple starts underneath his belt earlier throughout the season, but is now an asset off of head coach Ross Cole's bench for the green and white. Skip pass to Zane as they move this basketball around. Zane, a threat always to go to the rim where he is the deadliest. And now a foul on a reaching is going to be whistled against Sean Redburn. Redburn's first, third team foul against the Hornets as Northern Valley will play it in with Hammond. They'll slide it, and now a kick ball will reload, and re-get this one going here for Northern Valley. They give it to him real quick. Back to him. Inside Hammond. One dribble out to Tate. Three-pointer on the way. It's going to be short, but Owen with an offensive rebound. Gavin asking for it. He's got it. He loads. He fires. And he missed that one, but it's going to go off Dighton and back to Northern Valley.
Yep, as you saw there on that last possession, that's where Hammond really makes a difference for the Huskies. on the rebounds, both offensive and defensive side.
Tate will fire another three. It's going to be, round and down without going through. 9-7, Dighton leads with the basketball. 1:45 to go here in this first quarter. Deep three-pointer coming here for Bradford. That's Austin, and it'll go out of play back to Northern Valley.
Both teams pretty unafraid to fire from the outside. Northern Valley started hot. Now they're kind of cooling off.
As one thing Dighton has been able to do is been stop the penetration from Northern Valley. They haven't gotten points at the rim. They've all come from deep. Hammond will launch a three. Vogel with a strong rebound. No, that's not Vogel. That was Price with that rebound. Down the right sideline is Redburn, and a blocking foul will go against the Huskies. I believe that'll go against Griffin McKinney, but we'll check the official to see what he has to say. And it goes against Owen Hammond.
Redburn a little long on his first attempt from the line. As Hanson will check back in for the Huskies, Zane Brown will take a seat. Redburn eyes down the second. Gets that one to go. Extends Dighton's lead, now 10-7.
With 1 minute approaching on the clock. Gavin with a good pump fake gets into the interior. His little floater is going to be off the mark. And a one and done. Northern Valley has not been able to get to the offensive rebound. They're still in that 1-3-1 zone at the moment. Vogel with a deep catch, now surrounded by the Huskies. Swing it all the way back to Redburn as he resets the offense for the Hornets. Northern Valley now morphed into a man-to-man, and Vogel thought he had that rebound, but Tate took it away from him. Into the corner for Hanson. He's already hit one. This one's going to be short off the mark. Vogel will push. Vogel at the high post. Here's Wilson's shot, no good. Hammond with his fourth or fifth rebound of the game. Clock winding down. Tate has to fire it up, and there it is. 10-7 at the first quarter break. The Dighton Hornets have come in and taken the lead. We'll be back with your second quarter action after this.
When you need dependable parts and equipment, Roy's Sales and Service in Norton, Kansas is your bumper-to-bumper auto parts headquarters, conveniently located on East Highway 36. Brian and Kate Fonensteel and their entire staff have everything you need to keep your car, your pickup, truck, combine, tractors running strong. They also are your trusted dealer for Vermeer, Gallagher, Wicks Builders, Crustbuster, Dewey's Bale Beds, and Vitalix Tubs, giving you the quality brands you can rely on for work, ranch, and field. Give them a call at 785-877-5824 for parts, service, and support. That's Roy's Sales and Service.
As we get ready for the second quarter action to begin, Northern Valley looks to be starting in the man-to-man defense. They started in a 1-3-1. Now they've morphed into a man-to-man, trying to figure out how to slow down this offensive punch from Dighton, who comes into this game with a substitution. That's number 13, Tice Ming, a 5'6 junior. He wears number 13. Wilson with an offensive rebound, and he's got it swatted out of there by Hammond. Now 2 free throws coming for Wilson, and Griffin McKinney will pick up the foul. Wilson called glass on that one. I heard it from up here. Second one short, but an offensive rebound will give it back to Dighton. Calling for it on the interior is Vogel. He'll turn and find a streaking Wilson, who is blocked at the point of attack, and a whistle will be called, sending him back to the free throw line. I'm going to hit the replay button. You can take a look at it. You can see it at home, your interpretation. But it doesn't matter. It's 2 free throws for Redburn.
First one rattles in and out on him.
McKinney picks up the foul, his second.
Second one is pure for Redburn.
He is 2 for 4 from the free throw line, and they have taken a 5-point lead in this contest. They're big so far. Now, an interesting tidbit here. Owen Hammond switching shoes at the quarter break. And it seemed to work for Gavin Tallheim, who ranged 10 to 3, his second of the evening.
Sometimes if things just aren't quite going right, you just got to change something up.
Follow-away jump shot, and that one was pretty as it went through for Austin Bradford.
Tate drives in, switches hands, and gets the left-handed layup to go. Nifty move there by Tate. Brings the Huskies within 2.
That's Tate's first bucket of the night, and I like to see him getting downhill and trying to score from the interior. The little guy is quite efficient when he can get his feet in the lane.
Dighton kind of started off slow on the offensive end, but they've really gotten going here, both in the latter end of that first quarter and here in the early stages of the second quarter.
Northern Valley was the primary man-to-man defensive team all the way for about 3/4 of this season. Then they started into a little bit of a zone, so this man-to-man look is not foreign to him at all. Hammond doesn't stop. Now we'll kick it back to Hansen. High ball screen as Tate tries to flip it in, and there's a steal by Vogel. He'll push with the right hand. And then fall on the ground and travel. Lost his footing. And I don't know what injury kept him out for a majority of the season, but he seems to be okay as he jumps up out of play there.
Kind of a fortunate break there for Northern Valley because Vogel was going to have a pretty good look at the basket there. Hammond with it, driving in. Little long. McKinney tries to get the rebound, but it taps it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Hornets.
And if you're the Dighton Hornets, you got to love how this game is going so far. You're making Northern Valley score from the outside and the outside only by shooting 3-pointers. And they know that they can get into this game simply by being patient on the offensive end and exploiting their big man right there, Vogel, in the interior. Love to see him be more aggressive whenever he catches, tries to churn and score. This shot missed by Redburn, and Northern Valley will push up the left sideline. Tate over to Griffin. McKinney will lay it up and a little long as he was scared of Vogel in his 6'4" frame.
Yep, Vogel already with one block here in the game, and definitely played a factor in that miss for McKinney. Another thing Dighton doing with their offense being nice, making Northern Valley guard for long stretches of the clock as Bradford hits a nice mid-range jumper there. That could be big as this game goes on. You know, playoff basketball is always more intense. Then when you have to guard extra long on the defensive end, you can kind of wear down. So we'll see how that plays out throughout the game.
Bradford starting to cook from the mid-range on a couple of nice little jumpers. Now great interior passing as the ball is going to be wedged in the basket, which means we go to the possession arrow.
Northern Valley catches a break there because that was an excellent cut by Wilson, and he had a great look at it.
Full timeout here by Ross Cole. We'll be back. Thanks for watching Open Spaces Sports.
Opportunity to stop by the Hut in Long Island? Well, you are missing out. Providing an opportunity for the kids to work and also have some of the best food you can come by in the summer. You do only have a limited time to stop by as they are only open during the summer break for the schools. Fresh sandwiches, wraps, pizzas, salads, and any of the sides you can think of with lunch specials as well. Also, why not top off the meal with some ice cream? Supporting the Northern Valley Huskies academically, athletically, and any way else is the Hut in Long Island, Kansas.
Our goal in fact is to give kids a foundation for many things, such as cooking, relationships, and even raising kids. Our hope is that they will be able to look back and draw something from these classes and use it as a stepping stone in their future endeavors. Let the cooking adventures begin. From the Valley, this is Trisha Smith wrapping it up.
Wesco Commodities in Norton is serving cattle feeders across the entire tri-state region in Kansas, Nebraska, and in Colorado, specializing all of your bulk cattle feed, from distiller grains to soybean meal and everything in between. Contact the guys at Wesco Commodities, Gene Carter, Nick Bynes, and Rowdy Harmon at 785-877-5959. That's Wesco Commodities in Norton, Kansas.
After a timeout with Seward, head coach Ross Cole drew up just into this game was Connor David, who fired a three, and offensive board finally falls in for Zane Brown and gets 2 on the board.
Yep, Brown's been being aggressive so far early in the game, getting good looks at the rim, but hadn't quite been able to convert. But he gets that one to fall. Northern Valley going to need some scoring out of him to win this playoff game here. So you can feel the intensity. Wilson with it. Mid-range jumper's no good.
I love the defense there from Gavin, who just had 2 hands right in his eyeballs. 3-pointer coming from Tate's going to be off the front iron, and a foul will go against Wilson as 2 active boards by Zane Brown.
Yep, he's coming subbing back into this game and making a positive difference for the Huskies. As Wilson will pick up that foul, his second of the game. And Ming will come in for him. Just under 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Dighton leading by 2. And what's been a defensive battle here so far in the Valley, a low-scoring affair. Tate with it up top and over to Gavin.
And yet another steal by the quick hands of the Dighton Hornets. This one belongs to Redburn, as Ming will slow the pace. Bradford has it knocked away. Asking for a foul there. Not going to get it yet. Tate will match Bradford. High ball screen. He gets that mid-range game, which he absolutely loves. This one just rattles out. Shot blocked not once but twice by the Huskies.
The Hornets get it back.
And a third time, but now a foul will go against Zane Brown. I was going to say he's going to have a tough time getting that one over Zane if he had just stood his ground instead of swinging.
Yep, Zane Brown, really long arms. Had a good contest until the very end. Just swings down a little too much. Catches the arm of Bradford. Puts the first one up a little short. The Hornets done a good job getting to the line, but they've kind of struggled. But they continue to rack up the fouls on Northern Valley. Bradford goes 0 for 2. Hammond clears it. And Tate will bring it across.
They are 3 from 9 from the free throw line. They're going to have to improve on that stat if you're going to come in.
Hard to win road playoff games if you're not converting the easy look.
Hammond with a mismatch right now as he's got a little on him, and he goes right directly into the post. Now he's smothered by the Hornets. He gets away and has it blocked from behind by Vogel, his third of the night.
Yep, Vogel being an intimidating presence for the Hornets there in the lane.
And head coach Tyler Ling says, slow the pace, boys. We can beat them in the half court. And that's where they want to make their money right there as Vogel gets deep into the Northern Valley lane and scores.
Yep, Vogel with a really nice drop step there. Just straight up beat his man. Got good position. Nice cut by Gavin, but well defended by Redburn. As he knocks it out of bounds, the Huskies will retain possession.
Hanson and McKinney will come back in for the Huskies. David and Hammond to sit. Now off the bench for Dighton is number 21, Colin Conroy, a 5'11 junior, wearing number 21. And Northern Valley will play it in from the deep corner with Zane Brown. play it to Gavin. This is where Gavin's got to take control of this team and get them into the set he wants.
Nice cut by Lucas. Pass is a little too hot off of Zane Brown, though. But trying to track down that loose ball, Price steps on the baseline, so Northern Valley will retain possession. Kind of a missed opportunity there. Lucas had a great back cut. Just a little too much juice on the pass from Zane, but a good look for the Huskies. Zane will play it in, gets it up to Tate, drives him in. Nice shot there by Tate. That's the second time that he's just straight up beaten his man off the dribble. He's going to need to continue attacking and doing that for the Huskies.
It's difficult to hit the bottom side of the rim and still have the basketball go in, but he had just enough English. And a bump, and one coming! What a play by Bradford, who's heated up here in the second quarter.
Bradford just doing exactly what Tate just did to him, just beating him off the dribble. And then right as he gets to the rim, slows up, forces Tate to run into him, and he converts on the end one. Really nice move there by Bradford. Try to convert the old-fashioned three-point play, and he does.
They move to 4 for 11 on the free throw line with that connection.
And they extend their lead to 5, the largest lead for either team so far in this game, as we're just over a minute left in the first half. Gavin fires a three, little off the mark, but Zane Brown with another offensive rebound. Gavin can't get his jumper to fall.
Hansen open on the wing, will make it short again. Northern Valley got 3 golden opportunities there, did not convert. Under a minute to play with 45 seconds left to go before half. They're looking to add to the 5-point lead as the Dighton Hornets. And if they want to do something, they need to get it inside to their big man, Vogel. He's got a touch, but it's a long ways away from the basket. Bradford open for 3, will let it fly. No good, but an offensive board by Vogel. Now Bradford in with his fall-away jump shot, no good. And with 22 seconds remaining, Northern Valley's got the basketball looking for points. Back to Gavin it goes. Inside out to Hansen, and now around the horn to Hammond. As he gets downhill, has it swatted, but now they're going to say too much body by Vogel. Hit the replay button for everybody at home. As Hammond went with his right hand, Vogel met him at the rim, and they said too much body.
If you're Coach Ling, though, you want Vogel to continue being aggressive, blocking shots. Only his first foul of the game. And
that's huge.
Hammond makes the first. But Vogel, you know, if you're going to be a shot blocker, you're going to pick up a few fouls here and there. He's still been definitely a net positive for him. 3 block shots, only 1 foul for Hammond.
Northern Valley does not want a foul with under 10 seconds remaining. Nobody's going to go Bradford. He'll just fire the 3, and he does. It's going to be off the front iron, and Northern Valley's going to get one more shot at it with 3 seconds to go. They need to be smart with this basketball and advance it to half court on the pass right here. That's a long ways away from the basket. Hammond from half court will let it fly.
Had a decent look.
And we're at the half. 21-18. The Dighton Hornets in the lead at the halftime break. We'll be back with your Revival Lawn Care halftime report after these messages.
Northern Valley is a 1A Division II school district that serves students in both Warren County and Phillips County, with a current preschool through 12th grade enrollment of 152 students. Almena High School's purpose is to graduate students with successful, oriented attitudes and the skills necessary to succeed in society and be long life learners. Almena Elementary will create an effective teaching and learning environment that will encourage all students to reach their maximum potential in academic and social experiences. We will strive to enable each student to become a productive and responsible citizen involved in a lifetime of successful learning.
That was the Nickies from Northern Valley, the ladies on the dance squad. We'll be back with more of your Revival Lawn Care halftime report after these messages.
Long Island Middle School seeks to expose students to a wide variety of educational experiences, to delve into broad ranges of activities, including academic, athletic, music, drama, and scholastic endeavors beyond classroom, and to refine social behaviors and attitudes acceptable for living with people in a worldwide society. We have a strong tradition of academic excellence and accomplished athletic programs. Our small class size allows for more one-on-one interaction with our students. Northern Valley's community are strong supporters of the school and extracurricular activities. From the Valley, this is Tristan Smith saying, "Go Big Green."
Chance McKinney with Northwest Kansas Cattle Company is bringing a taste of the Far East right here to the Midwest. They're a family-run operation located in Alameda, Kansas that specializes in Wagyu. Whether you want jerky for a snack or a steak for supper, or maybe you just want to fill your freezer full, they are here to serve you. From pasture to plate, they'll help you all the way. Call 785-650-3679. That's Chance McKinney of Northwest Kansas Cattle Company.
At Pipestone, they proudly manage sow farms for independent farmers in the Norton and Phillip County areas. And their Pipestone Cares program, Pipestone partners with farm owners to give back, strengthening their local communities together. They're honored to work with More Power, Four Corners, and Country Sow Farms, all serving the Norton area. And they're especially proud to support the Northern Valley schools, both in the classroom and on the playing field. Pipestone, helping farmers today create farms for tomorrow. When you need...
As we're back here, we'll recap your scoring statistics as you get to see the dance party who's happening here in the Valley here at halftime. First, for the Northern Valley Huskies, the scoring went like this. Owen Hammond, 3 for 4 from the free throw line. He's got 3 points, but he has 0 field goals on the evening. Hanson knocked in a 3 in the first quarter. Give him 3. Gavin Tolheim with 2 threes. Give him 6. Tate Tolheim with 4, and Zane Brown with 2, as they scored 7 in that first quarter and 11 in the second to carry him to 18 at the break. For the Dighton Hornets, Price with 3, Vogel with 6. No, Vogel with 8 in the half. Redburn with 2, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Wilson 1 of 2 from the free throw line with 1. And Bradford, who got hot in that second quarter, netted 7 points, 3 field goals. And the free throw shooting somewhat of a bugaboo for the Dighton Hornets, as they only convert on 4 of 11 free throws in that first half, but they somehow cling to a 3-point lead here in the Valley, Drew. That's not the recipe you usually put for an upset.
No, usually not, but their defense has been so aggressive here and so effective against the Huskies that Northern Valley just hasn't been able to take advantage of the missed opportunities of the Hornets. Northern Valley started pretty hot from the three-point line, but then really cooled off. I think they've missed their last 4 or 5, and that's largely been due to the Hornets just making them tough shots. And Dighton staying very patient on the offensive end, really making the Huskies work, and most of the time getting the shot they want. Usually it's either Vogel inside with good position or a nice kick out to Bradford or Redburn, who have been knocking them down.
Well, it is kind of the game we anticipated, a tight one. Both these teams have been a little bit of the old Jekyll and Hyde throughout this season, have put together really good halves and then halves that they want back because they're like, what did we do that entire half? I think they were kind of matched intensively here in this first one, but who knows? One of these teams could catch fire in this second half and truly blow the doors off of the other one, or we could be in for a 4-quarter matchup. Who knows what we got coming? You're watching Open Spaces Sports. You're watching Dighton Hornets YouTube live video. You got it all. I'm Clint Cox. That's Drew Skipper. We'll be back in about 4 minutes for your second half action. Go grab your popcorn. It's going to be a good one.
And equipment, Roy's Sales and Service in Norton, Kansas, is your bumper-to-bumper auto parts headquarters, conveniently located on East Highway 36. Brian and Kate Fonensteel and their entire staff have everything you need to keep your car, your pickup, truck, combine, tractors running strong. They also are your trusted dealer for Premier, Gallagher, Wicks Filters, Crustbuster, Dewey's Bale Beds, and Vitalix Tubs, giving you the quality brands you can rely on for work, ranch, and field. Give them a call at 785-877-5824 for parts, service, and support. That's Roy's Sales and Service.
The opportunity to stop by the hut in Long Island, well, you are missing out. Providing an opportunity for the kids to work and also have some of the best food you can come by in the summer. You do only have a limited time to stop by, as they are only open during the summer break for the schools. Fresh sandwiches, wraps, pizzas, salads, and any of the sides you can think of, with lunch specials as well. Also, why not top off the meal with some ice cream? Supporting the Northern Valley Huskies academically, athletically, and any way else is the hut in Long Island, Kansas.
Our goal in FACTS is to give kids a foundation for many things, such as cooking, relationships, and even raising kids. Our hope is that they will be able to look back and draw something from these classes, and use it as a stepping stone in their future endeavors. Let the cooking adventures begin. From the Valley, this is Trisha Smith, wrapping it up.
Wesco Commodities in Norton is serving cattle feeders across the entire tri-state region in Kansas, Nebraska, and in Colorado, specializing all of your bulk cattle feed, from distiller grains to soybean meal and everything in between. Contact the guys at Wesco Commodities, Gene Carter, Mitch Bimes, Rowdy Harmon, at 785-877-5959. That's Wesco Commodities in Norton, Kansas.
At New Age Industrial, we take great pride in our aluminum products by designing and manufacturing cutting-edge equipment for a variety of industries while maintaining the highest level of customer service. We're a global aluminum extruder and fabricator and one of the area's largest employers. Not only do we take great pride in our products, but we're also proud supporters of the Northern Valley Huskies. We'll be cheering them on all season long. To learn more, visit us online at newageindustrial.com.
All American Glass is there to...
Welcome back with Open Spaces Sports live on YouTube and on the World Wide Web on OpenSpacesSports.com. Of course, you can always hit the archives if you want to go back and watch this one again, as well as we're on NFHS as well. We are everywhere here tonight, Drew.
Who knows? You might even go check ESPN out and see if we're on there.
Stuart, Scott Van Pelt might have us on later, but we are set for a great finish here, and this one is a 21-18 lead by Dighton. They'll get the first possession here in the second half, and a couple of different matchups here to start this one. Gavin will take on Wilson. He'll drop it for Vogel. Way too easy. And that is exactly what Coach Ling wants coming out of half.
Vogel set a nice little ghost screen there. Acted like he was going to set a ball screen on Gavin, but just slipped right out of it. Northern Valley wasn't aware of it.
First person in double figures is Vogel with his 10 points after that bucket. Tate trying to go baseline, wiggles around, puts it up on the rim, no good. Vogel clears it.
If you coach Ross Cole, though, you'd like to see Tate still attacking the basket. Didn't get that one to fall, but he's gotten a few other layups. Needs to continue to be aggressive. Vogel's got good position again. Can't quite get it to him. Redburn fires a three and hits it.
Long two for Redburn as his toe on his right foot was on the line and the official was all over it. Double head screen. Now Northern Valley gets into it with Hammond, who will fire the three-pointer from the top of the key. No good. Redburn with the rebound, and he's got control of this basketball after just hitting the last jump shot. Bradford Surveys traffic, dumps it inside for Vogel, who drops it for Wilson. Turnaround, fall away, jump shot, no good. Vogel goes up and grabs the offensive board. I love the dribble in to get a closer look from Bradford, but he couldn't connect. The push with Zane Brown. Got away with a walk.
Didn't quite get away with it.
Well, he got away with the one walk that he walked, and then when he didn't travel, they called it. Anyway, it's a travel.
Yep.
So we'll go the other way.
Northern Valley struggling offensively early on in this second half. Have yet to score. Have yet to really get a high-quality shot.
Bradford coming off the screen. He's fouled, and he hit the shot. What a start for the Dighton Hornets here in the second half.
Really good action there from the Hornets.
Hanson gets beat on that screen, and then as he's trying to recover, takes the legs out from Bradford. He's looking for a three-point play.
I believe that is Bradford's second and one of the night.
It is. He connected on his first one late in that second quarter. McKinney will check in as Zane Brown comes out, as McKinney's presence on the offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds is going to need to show up, because it's a 9-point. Oh, wait, it's just a 9-point lead as that one goes off the mark. And a quick whistle on the jump ball will give it back to Northern Valley. 6 points on the board here in the second half for the Dighton Hornets, and 0 for our boys in green and white as the pressure starts to build here. Hammond on the inside, kicks for Gavin. He'll spin and try and get on the inside. Good defense there by Redburn.
Nice pass by Hammond. That was the first good possession of the half for Northern Valley. Really good action. Good cut by McKinney, good find by Hammond. Northern Valley going to need more of that.
And now a steal by Gavin. He's going to get downhill, spin around, shot up, and score 2 more, big man style.
Northern Valley kind of starting to come alive again here in this second half.
They've gone back to the zone defense, and Gavin has gotten 2 steals in a row, and he's wanting this basketball if they can find him. Pulled the kid off the floor, and now a basketball is going to stay with Northern Valley. Good catch over there by a cheerleader, Brooke Preston, swiping that youngin' off the floor before he got ran over. Nate open for 3. Could be a big shot for him. It's going to be off the mark, but an offensive rebound by Hammond has it stolen away by Redburn.
Great play there by Redburn, because if he wouldn't have gotten that steal, Hammond would have had an easy 2-point bucket.
Redburn gets downhill. Now will dribble between the legs back to Wilson. Tries to feed into Vogel, and a third consecutive turnover by the Dighton Hornets. Northern Valley needs to capitalize. Hammond inside, spins around, got away with the walk. Did not get away with the walk. Travel called on Owen.
Northern Valley, though, 3 straight steals here into this third quarter. Dighton did a really good job not turning the ball over much in that first half, and they've gotten a little sloppy here. Coach Ling will take a timeout.
He can feel exactly what you're trying to say, Drew Skipper. He's got to calm these troops down with a third quarter lead of 5 points. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Wherever they are. At All-American Glass, they feature NGA-certified master technicians to handle your insurance claims or emergency repairs. All-American Glass will repair first and replace when necessary. Call All-American Glass in Long Island, Kansas at 785-854-7625 or toll free at 866-312-2257.
All Creatures Vet Clinic is located in Almena, Kansas, and they serve the fine folks of Phillips County and Norton County, and in and around the Almena and Northern Valley area, and of course Long Island as well, and even into southern Nebraska. All Creatures Vet Clinic is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and you can reach them by calling 785-669-2227. Small animal care, large animal care, it's all available at All Creatures Vet Clinic, supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically.
Important possession if you're the Dighton Hornets, as they have been turning the basketball over as of late. Let's see what Coach Tyler Ling is drawn up coming out of the break, and that's a good decision. Inside to Vogel. Outside Bradford. 3 on the way. Long on the shot. Vogel with an offensive board. Pump fakes a couple times. Now they'll swing it around. Wilson drops inside for Vogel again. Hammond straight up, and it's not going to be enough to contest it. As Vogel scores 2 more.
Yep, if he gets that close and that good of a look, it's going to be tough to shut him down. Hammond passes up to 3.
Dighton doing a great job of locking down the senior top scorer for Northern Valley, Gavin Tolheim, as Hammond turns it over. Gavin with just a 2 3-point makes in this game.
Coach Ling got to be happy with his team's response from that timeout, as they get a score and a turnover, and then they pick up a foul there.
Ming is whistled for it, fighting for that rebound and position. His second, team first in the quarter, as the officials have been letting him play. The fouls aren't an issue for either team at the moment.
No, they're not, and so that's where, not a bad foul there by Price. Maybe you get away with it and end up with an offensive rebound. And like you say, neither team in foul trouble, so you'll live with that one if you're Coach Ling. Tate driving in again, gets another good look, can't quite get it to go. McKinney cleans it up on the offensive glass. Big play there for Northern Valley.
McKinney with his second bucket of his third quarter is back to a 5-point lead from Dighton. 1-3-1 defense. Bradford with a good hesitation, and that's the shot he loves. He just missed it. And a strong rebound by Redburn gets another opportunity. Inside to Wilson. Caught away with one, and here we go back the other way.
The Hornets catch a break as Tate drives in. Zane with it in the corner. Nice cut by Gavin. A lot of contact, but he puts it in.
And that's got to feel like it's been forever for Gavin. Now with 10 points in this game, but he's going to need more if he's going to lead his Husky team back to victory. 3-pointer on the way and no good. They connected just on 1-3 in this game.
But they've cleaned up the long rebounds on 3 or 4 of them. So getting the second chance point. Vogel misses an easy one. Gets it back, makes the tougher one. So Vogel, if he's not doing his damage on the entry pass, he's doing it on the offensive glass. Northern Valley going to need to find a way to shut him down if they want to win this game.
Well, and right now, with just one team foul, if he catches it that deep, I'm fouling him. And I'm not giving him an opportunity to get a shot up on the glass. Back to McKinney it goes. Now they'll swing it around for Brown, who thought about a 3. Now we'll go into the interior. Has it blocked by Vogel. Stripped by Griffin McKinney, who is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Great hustle play from our hustle man, Griffin.
Yep, that's where he makes his money for the Huskies. Doing the dirty work. Really was open for the dump off from Zane Brown, but gets kind of a hybrid steal offensive rebound, whatever you want to call it. And gets a very kind bounce there on his first free throw. Brings the Huskies within 6.
The friendly roll from Griffin. The touch. Yep. We don't say that too often when it comes to Griffin McKinney. But as this one comes off his right hand, that one looks really good, and it is. He's found a little bit of rhythm with 6 points here in this third quarter. He's keeping Northern Valley in it. 33-28 with 1 minute to go for the Hornets here in the third quarter. Skip for Redburn. On the interior, they're still trying to find a way to get the touches inside for Vogel. It's worked for him all night long. Wilson bumped out front, and a hold against Northern Valley, but that's what I was talking about. Anything that gets in the interior, that's just a second team foul by Northern Valley.
Well, and you see there, too, Northern Valley staying in a zone, but you can see Owen Hammond did not leave Vogel's side. So even though they're zone, they're matching up man on him, trying to limit his touches, limit his impact. But that opens up possession for other guys. And Zane Brown with a nice steal off the inbounds pass. Little out of control, but McKinney with another offensive rebound. 2 actually, but he throws it away. Kind of a very hectic possession. Ends up with Tate Tallheim picking up a foul. Maybe they'll give him a foul. I'm not sure. Referees are discussing it. They will amend that.
What did we call it?
So we have both a foul. I don't know how they're calling this. They're giving Tate a foul, but also giving Dighton a flop warning. So if Dighton gets called for that again, it will be a team technical.
Okay, so they were talking on that drive.
Yeah,
when Zane went to the ground, he had already hit the ground before that. That was the right call. So Tate picks up the foul. His third, the only person in foul trouble in this whole game. Wilson with a free throw line jumper is good. And that kid hadn't hit a big shot until now. Wilson, the 6'3" junior, just turned and fired that one for the rim.
Hammond short on the 3, trying to answer. Vogel cleans it up. Dighton with a big possession here. As we
2, 1, deep 3 is good! He hit it at the third-quarter buzzer. The biggest lead by Dighton is right now. It's 10 points. Northern Valley's got work to do in the 4th.
Here at Northern Valley, we are striving to rebuild our music program from the ground up, with help from our new music teacher, Mrs. Mordecai, who will be taking over K-12 music. Divided by chairs, united in harmony. This is Jordan Cox from Valley News, signing out.
Why am I feeling no differences than only 2 on my fields? Great question, Alan. I've taken some soil samples. Looks like you might have some fertility issues, especially in that northern field. Take a look. Nothing gets past you, Ray. Hey, how long have you been back there? An agronomist never tells.
From personalized insights to year-round support, Channel agronomists always show up. Channel, all in, all season.
As Price's rainbow at the buzzer finds the pot of gold at the end of it for 3 points, giving the 10-point lead to Dighton. Their second 3 of the game to go through, and Northern Valley has got to regroup and understand that they're going to have to get there on the defensive end if they're going to give it up, because 17 points in the quarter for Dighton.
Yeah, another thing, Northern Valley needs to not try to get it back all at once. They've been kind of cold from 3-point range. You don't want them just going out there shot chucking, trying to get it all back super quickly. Nice cut by Bradford. Tough shot.
He loves that follow-away Jay, don't he? Send his basket is back further away from the basket. He's made 2 or 3 of them. Gavin, you're the big dog here. You're the senior leader. Finds Zane Brown. His mid-range jump shot is going to be short. Vogel with a rebound. And now a 12-point lead for Dighton. It all starts down here, Drew, on the defensive end. Northern Valley's got to get some stops. Not interior shots. As Redburn scores, and nobody was around him when he caught that basketball. He had an easy jump shot for 2.
Tate driving in. Nice dump off to McKinney. He'll get the and 1. Big play there by McKinney. Just a great all-around play by the Huskies. Nice attack by Tate with the reverse pivot. Great cut by McKinney. Great find by Tate. McKinney finishes it off. And he will get his second and 1 of the night. Or maybe a second. Unofficial stats there. Can't get the and 1 to fall. And Vogel on the rebound falls down at the travel. So Northern Valley has a big opportunity here. Chance to get a 4 or 5 point possession.
Big time if Gavin can knock it through. Short on the shot. Rebounded by Bradford.
McKinney harassing Price up there, but he drives by him. Kicks to Bradford. Now over to Wilson. to attack. Can't get the layup to go, and McKinney with another big rebound.
Northern Valley needs to push the pace to get some points. Inside, they'll dump to Hammond. One dribble now, kicks to Tate. Hesitates on the interior, back to Hammond. Three-pointer on the way for Owen. Connection. Couldn't have been a bigger shot from Owen Hammond. He hadn't hit a field goal until that one.
Northern Valley now gets it back to single digits. Only a 9-point lead for the Hornets. If they can get a stop and score here, that really changes the momentum. And vice versa, if Dighton scores, that would give them a strong edge going down the stretch of the fourth quarter.
And there is no shot clock, not in this gymnasium, not here today. Wilson over a high ball screen. And they are milking this clock like a good dairyman should. Inside, shot blocked by Hammond.
Great cut by Redburn, but Hammond does a nice job keeping them from being able to capitalize on it.
Northern Valley needs points. Tate getting downhill's bumped, and now we'll have it taken out of bounds as they'll call a blocking foul, I believe, against Bradford, and it does go against number 11. Bradford's first, the second team foul against Dighton in the fourth quarter. Owen.
Driving in.
Off the mark on his shot. Wilson with a strong rebound. This Dighton Hornet team had only won 4 games coming into this contest, but they finally put a few things together when they got their big man back. And you got to remember, this team had to go against those seniors from the last couple of years. They're capable. They just needed to be able to figure out a way to put it together. And now they are doing it here in the Valley tonight. This shot's going to be missed. Offensive rebound by Zane Brown. We'll have a foul on the floor versus Redburn. The third foul against Dighton. And a timeout. 30-second variety. We'll be right back.
What it takes to feed and fuel the world. To integrate a global ag and energy supply chain, serving farmers and advancing agriculture. What does it take to build communities, powering rural economies and empowering agriculture? It takes the nation's leading farmer-owned cooperative. It takes a co-op. It takes CHS.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Angela Tallheim, your Phillipsburg Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Angela Tallheim is a proud sponsor of the Northern Valley Huskies and all their athletic and academic.
Tate open in the corner for three. It's up off the front iron. Wilson, his second consecutive defensive clear. Oh.
Tate harassing Bradford up top.
Northern Valley's went man-to-man to try and increase the pressure all the way around. Bradford inside, kicks back out, and around they go. Redburn to Bradford. The count is on.
Bradford going to get a 5-second call if he's not careful.
And Coach Sling saw it.
Yep.
We'll take a 30-second break and be right back at you.
For all of your investment needs, call 785-543-2667 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Here we go as it's crunch time as we are halfway through this fourth quarter of action. 9-point lead for the Dighton Hornets as they are trying to figure out a way to milk this clock and to limit the possessions. Inside to Vogel's where they want to go each and every time. Bradford's mid-range jump shot is no good. Wilson flipped it up over his head, but Tate tracks it down. They got one stop. Tate inside. Swinging around as Hanson's open for three. Big shot for Hanson is off the mark, but an offensive board by Gavin. Tate, free throw line jumper is pure. Mark it in your book. The stop and the offensive stick back by Tate. They're going to need to do it again and again. And now we get to talk a little bit about the understanding that they don't have any fouls yet here.
No, yeah. So Northern Valley, both teams really can be aggressive going for steals, particularly the Huskies. That's just their first of the quarter. And they will throw a full court man-to-man pressure on the Hornets. See if they can get a steal. Dighton, good play there to break it. Wilson has it now.
She can be really, really aggressive. And a three-pointer off the bench is going to go up and going to be no good. I'm not sure that that's the shot they wanted in that position.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Didn't milk much clock.
Hanson open for three. Here it comes. Missed it long.
A held ball. Great play there by Owen Hammond. Going for the offensive rebound, gets a jump ball that will go back to the Huskies. Northern Valley trails by 7. They can get a bucket here. That really changes the momentum of this game.
They cannot stay without points as Gavin gets it again. From the 4-minute on, Vogel. You can't foul him there, and one! Vogel just too easy as he gets all the way in. Northern Valley lost him on the Hail Mary. He got to the rim, and then Hammond fouled him, and one coming.
Huge play there by Vogel. Leaves the free throw short, but Wilson cleans it up. His looks no good. Vogel with another offensive board, and he will get it done.
A 4-point trip for Vogel and extends this lead back to 9. Tate to fire a three. Tate saying we can still stay in this game as it's a 6-point contest. We're going to break.
For you, the rural lifestyle is the life you were meant to live. The land isn't just made for working, but for experiences too, generation after generation. Farm Credit of Western Kansas is mission-driven, owned by the producers we serve. We help customers manage risk, grow their success, and achieve goals. We strive to not just be another agricultural lender, but its most valued, and will continue to do so, just as we have for more than 100 years.
Hard way.
You appreciate it when people listen to you.
With 2:25 to go, the cheerleaders are making their mark for the green and white. There's the bumper music by Pew Dog.
Going to be an exciting last 2:25 of this game.
Everybody on the edge of their seats here in the doghouse. The Hornets will play it in with the length of the floor to go. Of course, he can run the out-of-bounds line.
Northern Valley sticking with that man-to-man full-court press.
They got to. They almost got to. They got to hold. They got to do whatever they can do. They've got to foul. Is what they've got to do, because you've got to start mounting the fouls so that you can put them to the free throw line. Dighton has not shot the ball well from the free throw line all evening.
No, and really, with limited fouls, they can be really aggressive going for steals. Hammond does get called for the foul there, but Northern Valley, they need to pick their spots better. They need to, when they get even just a little bit of daylight, maybe for a steal, they need to really go for it. And if you get a steal, great. If you get a foul, that's not bad either.
The third team foul, the third against Owen Hammond.
Nice cut by Redburn on the inbound play.
You can't give that one up. Northern Valley has scored on their last 3 possessions, but they've given up 6 points in the last 3 possessions. Tough to get back in it. Hammond for 3. No good. Vogel with the rebound.
Northern Valley going to need to be real aggressive going for steals.
Wilson has it blocked from behind by Gavin. He needs to stop and pop right here. Here it comes. There it goes. Short on the shot and follow his own. Inside to Hammond, and he scores.
Great possession.
6-point contest. 90 seconds to go. Bradford. And a foul against Gavin on the outside is not a bad thing.
Yep, that's what we were saying. You know, going for the crossover, that's one of your best chances to get a steal. Gavin being smart, going for it, doesn't quite get it, but just his second foul of the game.
And it's so much better to foul out here than it is underneath the bucket.
Yep.
But you can't give up anything. If anybody beats you, you got to wrap them up. The next foul will send them to the free throw line. Northern Valley needs to stay in this aggressive defense. And McKinney's all over Wilson. With 1 minute remaining. They get it to Vogel. Northern Valley still down 6. They got to get the basketball back. And a foul against Gavin will send Bradford to the line. Bradford tonight is 1 of 4 from the free throw stripe, none bigger than these right here.
Certainly. Northern Valley kind of had a missed opportunity there. A little bit of a lob pass from the Hornets as they were trying to get Vogel at the high post, but Northern Valley didn't take advantage. A big, big free throw there by Bradford.
Huge.
Makes it now a full 2-possession game.
You can miss all the free throws you want, but these count a little more.
Yes, they do.
And he got both without a doubt. 8-point game.
Yep, less than a minute to go. Northern Valley needs to score quickly.
They need points, and it's going to be a foul on Bradford. Will keep the basketball for Northern Valley. Otherwise, that's off of Hanson's foot and back to Dighton, and this game is signed, sealed, and delivered. They've got to score here.
And they need to do it rather quickly. They've gotten some good looks off their inbounds plays. They're going to need one here. Great cut by McKinney, blocked by
And a Vogel did not like that one at all, as he thought he had all ball.
I agree with him there, Clint.
What a call hit late, as he did not have anybody, that's for sure, and it looked like a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
McKinney to the line.
McKinney misses the first. Big free throw here for Northern Valley as they trail by 8 with 42 seconds left. McKinney gets the second. Northern Valley going to need some steals.
That's out of bounds as he hit the top of the backboard. Lucky because there's probably going to be a dunk by Vogel.
Yep, Wilson had Vogel open, but standing under the backboard as he tries to throw the baseball pass, hit the back of the backboard, which is out of bounds. Northern Valley has it on the baseline. Needing points. Oh, man. Very costly turnover there as Northern Valley throws it away. That's huge.
Northern Valley needs to hold before this ball gets any time off. And the foul will go against Tate, sending
still a long way.
Sming, the 5'6" junior, to the free throw line.
Still a little ways to go in this game, but that was a very big missed opportunity by the Huskies.
Ming, scoreless tonight so far, and will remain that way right now as he misses the front end. Still got some time, but you're going to need some things that go your way. Ming second. He bends his knees and flicks that right wrist off the mark. McKinney will track it down up the sideline to Hanson, and he couldn't control the pass. And a turnover by the Huskies trying to go a little too quick. But you do know now who to foul. As Vogel directing his troops.
We have a foul called from across the court.
It's a hold as Hammond holds Vogel before that ball's inbounded. No time off the clock, and Vogel the line. Hammond with his fourth foul.
Huge free throws here from Vogel. He's been great all game, and he is big again. Hits the front end. If you're a Hornets fan, Vogel is the guy you want to see on the line. Eyes the second. Little long. Hammond with the rebound. Huskies with a little bit of a chance. They're going to need to score here, and they turn it over
Wilson
again.
with a steal and Ming with the basketball. As he is fouled, he'll go to the line.
Now with 29 and a half seconds left in this game. Northern Valley going to need 2 misses here, and then some other magic as well.
Dighton is a team 7 for 15. Make it 8 of 16 as these here in the fourth quarter.
Friendly roll there for Ming. And that's a big one for Dighton.
He got them both as the Dighton Hornets have come into the Valley. And with their 4 wins, are looking like they're going to get a 5th. Right here is Bradford with a steal. He's got a wide open layup as he lays it in with the left hand. They are cruising now, and they look to me like they are going to come victorious as another steal as this time is going to go out, and the Dighton Hornets fans stand and applaud on the far end as they have come up and upset the boys in green and white. The winner of this game will play Wheatland Grinnell on Saturday in Wheatland at 2 o'clock. And that's where Dighton looks to go. But you know what? We've got to call a lot of games of this senior class. Maverick Rogers checks in with just a few ticks remaining. I know it hurts for Owen Hammond. I know it hurts for Gavin Tolheim as they did not anticipate this outcome here tonight, but it was earned as the Dighton Hornets came in and took control of this game from the tip, and they walk away with the victory. Congratulations, Dighton. You move on in the sub-state playoffs to face Wheatland Grinnell. Congratulations, Northern Valley, as you follow a 10-12 record on the season. Careers ending of Gavin Thalheim, who made his way up Northern Valley ranks all over the charts. Owen Hammond, Clay Van Patten, and Maverick Rogers, the senior class, along with Aiden Keith.
Tough loss if you're a Husky fan, but the Dighton Hornets just came in here and played a really great game, controlled the tempo wire to wire, got the shot they wanted consistently, played pretty good defense, and Northern Valley, with a few missed opportunities there at the end, proved to be very costly. As we tally up our final stats.
You're doing good, brother. You knew exactly what I was after. While we've got your attention, we'll go through those stats here as the Dighton Hornets come away victorious. Price was 6, 19 for Vogel on the interior, probably 4 blocks on the night, and I would have no doubt that he had 10 rebounds or more. He controlled the paint. Redburn with 8, and then 6 for Wilson, 15 for Bradford, and 2 for Ming from the free throw line at the end as they did convert those fourth quarter free throws. Congratulations, Dighton Hornets, on an upset victory here in the Valley. Northern Valley this way. 6 points for Owen Hammond in the game. Hanson with 3. Gavin Tolheim ends the night with 12. 9 for Tate. 2 for Zane Brown. And 9 for Griffin McKinney as they fall 56 to 43. Dighton advances.
But Clint, we said at the beginning, watching the Hornets warm up, they did not look like a 4-win team. They looked much better, and they came out and played like it.
From start to finish.
Yep, played a complete game. They executed very well on the offensive end, stayed patient the whole time, never got in a hurry. And when Northern Valley would get on a little bit of a run, trying to crawl back into it, Dighton would answer. And then Northern Valley with a few. The door was open there for them at the end, and they just couldn't quite convert. Had a few costly turnovers. And that's kind of been the story of Northern Valley's season. They've been in almost every game that they've lost, with the exception of a few. And then down the stretch, in some critical moments, they've had some miscues. And that was what happened to them again here tonight. And unfortunately, this time, it results in the end of their season.
It's going to cost the season for the boys in green and white. It's a painful loss for them. But congratulations to Dighton, and good luck to your endeavors down the road as they move on to play Wheatland Grinnell. We'll be back here at Open Spaces Sports tomorrow night as the Lady Huskies will take on their bitter rival Logan Palco for a third time. And we'll bring that one to you at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Set your clock and be ready to go for that one. As Drew, and Mr. Aim Baird's going to come back this one. Drew, I don't know if we're going to have more for you on the rest of this season or not, but it's been great having you along the ride. Maybe you can just take over for me and I can retire.
Oh, I don't know if the audience would appreciate that, but it's certainly been fun the last week and a half or so, and I appreciate you letting me do it.
It's been wonderful. One of the things that we wanted to bring to you here at Open Spaces Sports is a thing called Men's Encounter. We put it on through the church, and that happens March 26th through 28th. We change men's lives by encountering God and what God's got for them. If you have an opportunity or a desire to come meet with us, then please contact us. Jump on the website right there, Northwest Men's Encounter. There's a women's encounter as well. I personally got to watch. It changed many guys' lives, which changed the entire family. All of us here at Open Spaces Sports are strong supporters of the Northwest Kansas Men's Encounter. For Drew Skipper, I'm Clint Cox, and the rest of us here at Open Spaces Sports, we say, until next time, God bless.
Today's broadcast was produced by OpenSpaceSports.com. Any rebroadcast, reproduction,